Are you alright?
I'd like to open this.
I was a bit scared, but I think I'm
can
okay.
tell.
I didn't take. I didn't get hurt.
Oh, there we
or
go. Okay.
anything, so I should be all right.
You keep running away when we fight stuff. What's wrong? You've been different since we met them.
Something over. It's these monsters. They have some sort of power over me, and I can't control myself, and I run in fear.
Man up, or you're never gonna get accepted in your clan, man.
I
You need
know.
to prove something. You keep running away.
I need to kill something. I can't go back to my clan with no honor. They'll never take me in. But these adventurer people that we're with seem alright. They took us both in, and they've not asked us to prove ourselves. They just let us do our thing.
Yeah. Now it's your turn to man up. I say, and I smack him a little bit with some sparkles from the gloves going off. I walk off.
Joseph, you sort of lean up against the door, not realizing that you opened it, and find more storage in this area here.
Anything interesting?
Just a few
useful?
a few mundane items. Make a perception roll. Rohal's by you, so Rohal can also make a perception roll.
Oh my fucking god! That's one eye for you.
So let's see here. Okay,
Oh my
so
fucking god!
so
Seven.
Joseph, you
My
find
fucking paw.
a set of 8 wooden spoons. Rohal, you find a box of matches and a box of 10 candles. There's also a couple of dead rats and rotten food in here as well. It's not a very pleasant place. That's all there really is in there.
How valuable are these candles, by chance?
They're not valuable at all. They're good for just, producing light. That's about it.
Candle things.
Now I am very interested about this lever.
How many like matches is in the match box?
About 20.
Matches. Okay.
I stop by him. I say, "You don't need this," and I point my finger, and the top flies off a little bit, and it's like a lighter.
Joseph, you take a look at the lever here, and you see that it is made of steel. And you see that
yes.
it is quite sturdy. You can make an investigation on it, as you are kind of an expert at in identifying traps and whatnot. With a 17, you see that it likely requires some force, a great deal of force to open it. That door is open, by the way, Rohal.
Yeah, I
It
figured.
requires a great deal of force to kind of pull that back. Somebody as small as a gnome wouldn't be able to do it without some special armor, for example. You think that you might be able to do it.
I'd like to inspect this door too. Yeah.
So this door here is made from steel. You see that it is locked and there's no keyhole on it at all.
So
Can I check
nothing-
and see what kind of contraption this seems to be? Like the lever, if it seems it leads to something special, or if it's. Do I have any idea of seeing that, or is it impossible?
Make an investigation.
All right, if it's like a stretch, I don't wanna power game it.
That's fine.
Investigation, you said?
Investigation. Yeah.
Why can't I see it? 19.
19, not bad. You believe that there are some very well-crafted gears beneath the stone floors, the reinforced stone floors, that probably activate something somewhere else, not really in this immediate vicinity. But you're actually impressed by the machinery here. It's actually better than most of the other masonry and metal work that you've seen in the rest
It
of the
doesn't
place.
seem like it's made at the same time as everything else, right? Because
It doesn't seem to be made by whoever made the tomb. It seems to be slightly more
added
advanced.
afterwards.
But you can't really tell necessarily what race or what its purpose is.
It was added after the tomb was built.
Yes, you believe so.
Convey
So what
that
do-
information to the people close to me.
Okay.
So not in this vicinity, you said.
It's made after the actual tomb, so it
Doing
could be made for the warlocks.
yeah, doing that investigation roll right there. Looking for seeing where this it is connected to. Can I also, yeah, I suppose the knife passively looking. Can I identify where it is connected to?
As a druid, your expertise is not necessarily metalwork or gears. Your 21 is exceptional, but your druidic background holds you back slightly. You think that it may open a door. That's the best that you can do.
Is the knife? Are there any?
Oh, you're not. You're looking at the knife. I'm sorry. You're talking about the knife. I thought you were talking about the switch here, the lever here.
Well,
the knife.
But are there any signs of the knife being possible to be used here?
No, not here.
Understood. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stand back a little bit.
Is this locked?
It is locked, and there's no perceivable keyhole there. It seems to be made of steel.
Before we fucking pull this lever, we can check out the door that is
The wooden door.
the one that could be picked quite easily if anyone want to keep me company.
Sure.
Are you gonna open the metal door?
That one was not easily opened.
No,
You mean
it's
with
lockpick.
with a lockpick? Yeah.
Roja,
If you want to, I don't want to.
Welcome back.
If we investigated this, it leads to a door, we think.
Yeah.
Now you also be thinking about opening this with the lockpick.
Roja, would you think
Yeah,
would you think this would be a bad idea if I would tie a rope around my waist and just in case if I fall somewhere, that would happen?
I think it's a bad idea because you have a lot of skeletons back here that could be from someone trying to open that door. Rogue, maybe. Can I see anything on these bodies?
I've been telling you these were possibly ritualic sacrifices.
Okay, they were sacrificed. Okay.
Yeah, you perceive the same. You come to the same conclusion with your 21 roll.
So
Fuck
considering that it was a fall thing here, yeah, tie a rope around yourself.
I'm going to tie a harness thing around me and.
Yeah.
Hey, Alminar, how about you hold this and stay back just a little bit? If I fall, please don't let go. And I hand the end of the 50-foot hempen rope to him.
Well, after tying it to you.
Yeah, after tying it into a harness around my waist or something. Can I ask you that?
Yes, you can.
Okay, stand
Go
back
right
just
ahead.
in case.
Where should I stand, he says.
Just a bit back. I mean, it's 50 feet of rope, so you can stand back just in case.
Dominar grabs onto the stone statue to brace himself. Are you using hempen rope or silk rope?
Hempen rope.
Understood. Is it 50 feet long?
It's 50 feet, yeah.
We're going to say there's about 40 feet of remaining length because of the amount needed to tie around both your waists firmly.
Okay, I shall try to lockpick this door using my thieves' tools. Here goes nothing, he says out loud. 21.
Oh, you easily unlock the door.
And
You choose to open it.
Slowly open it.
Okay. The door opens and it creaks very loudly as it does. And it actually pulls into the ground. As you unlock it, it actually retracts down into the floor.
Huh?
Doesn't swing open, it creaks, it makes a loud metallic whining noise as it goes down into the floor.
It's like a slide door, but it goes down in the ground.
Correct.
Perception?
Yeah, make a perception roll.
Nothing better. It's
You
too
see
dark.
that it is a fairly large room. The ceiling is fairly high. It goes about 12 feet high, which is about, I want to say, 3 meters high, or 2 meters high. No, 3 meters high. There are reinforced wooden doors. You see 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. There's a metal grating in the middle of the room and a few skeletons in here as well. You're too far to really get a good look at the skeletons, but you think that they're
So I haven't
humanoid.
moved myself from here.
There's
I like this.
there's some slightly ornate tiles around the floor as well.
Can I have a look in that room and see if I see anything that no one else sees?
Sure, make a perception roll.
I'm guessing I have to be here to do that, don't I?
Five wooden doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
So down here is a stone wall.
That's stone wall. Okay, right. It looks
So
Reinforced,
my
magically
perception
reinforced
is-
stone wall.
These openings here that
I
are
collect your rope. I collect your rope.
These are
24.
masonry walls.
That was
A 24 from where you're standing. You sense some
hold on, I don't
slight.
understand how I've rolled a 24. If my wisdom is plus,
You got a natural 20,
and I rolled a 4.
which is 4 on top, which is supposed to be exceptional.
Cool,
Yeah. So to give you a general idea of what the rolls mean, the average kind of villager, just human citizen, is like a 10. If someone is like a 12, they're like somewhat clever. 13, somewhat clever for intelligence. Like strength, if someone's like a 15, they're like, oh, they work out. They're pretty good. Like an adventurer would be like a 16 or a 17. Like they can battle and they're battle hardened. Like someone who's 20, like for example, I think Fred has like an intelligence of 20. He's supposed to be like beyond a genius. Like he's a genius tinkerer.
my wisdom's 13. That's all right.
Right. So your 24 is very exceptional on this instance, and you see a little bit of vapor coming up from this floor grating. You're not sure what it is, but it's you actually with your 24. You also notice a very pungent aroma in this room. It just doesn't seem right. It just doesn't have it's an unpleasant smell. It doesn't smell the same as some of the other rooms.
Can I flash my lantern of revealing around in a revealing manner?
Yes, you can. So as you do that, you see something written above this door here, and only above this door here, and it says, in common, in the ethereal plane, to end suffering.
So I don't think we go that way. Not first, anyway. I feel like that's a trap. I'm going to say that out loud to everybody.
Yeah, there was a door, a wooden
Did it
door
say
up.
in the or to the?
We got 2 more doors. We haven't. The lever and 2 doors.
Yeah, can we
haven't figured out
have the message again, actually? Because in the and to the will have 2 different connotations.
yet. To end suffering, wasn't it?
To end suffering, it says, above the door,
No,
in the ethereal plane, and only visible in the ethereal plane.
The whole part. It wasn't to the like the earlier.
It's just
part.
the only part of the message that you read is to end suffering.
So it's
Right.
not
No,
to end.
the whole-
To end.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
what is
the
the
whole-
question, you guys?
The
They-
whole.
they're-
Can you read the whole message that was written above the door?
It says, like, so the word to as in T-O, to end suffering. That's all it says. The whole thing.
To end suffering. But
You-
it's written
you-
in the ethereal.
I
Isn't
thought
it?
you said
Correct.
that there was
You
the door
assume...
to the.
No. All it says is it's above the door, on the wall, in the ethereal plane, and it says, to end suffering. You assume that message pertains to that door. This is not a door, this is just stone wall. These
Can
are
I-
walls here.
Can I go towards that doorway and sort of hang the lantern off the end of my sword and push it down there and see if I see it? Actually, I don't need to. I've got dark vision. Can I look down that and without going
down where?
past
Down the
threshold?
down the grating?
Where that sign is written, and I look down that passageway.
Well, it is a closed, reinforced wooden door.
Okay. Can I? What does the door? I need to let me come and roll up that. Can I? What does the door look like? So what do I see
Well,
from
it
that?
depends how close you go. Are you going as close as Roosevelt?
Yeah, I'll get up next to Rose. I'm not going to touch it or anything. I'm still wary of the grating in the middle. I kind of also want to have another look at the door and the grate. So if I roll, is it perception?
Are you si-
Both of you make a perception. Rohal made a 6
Okay.
for his investigation.
Yeah, I was gonna do for that one, but yeah.
12. Okay.
16 from Rojo.
You see that the 4 doors appear to be identical in nature. You see that they all 4 are reinforced with a fairly good locks on them. You cannot see through the locks in any way. Joseph, where are you? You were the one you walked away apparently?
I'm here, and I just actually wanted to look out the door a little bit.
Make a perception roll, Joseph, quickly, because we're focusing on this room over here at the moment. 22. You see that the storms have rolled in, the tempests, and you see that the campfire has been put out, and you see that stepping outside would be detrimental to your health.
I forgot to tell everybody about that storm earlier, so I'm going to mention it now.
That's alright.
But can I have mentioned it in hindsight?
Joseph, you're still tied to Felminar, and Felminar is still holding tight to the statue.
No,
He's not really sure what to...
I told you that I already gathered the rope, I think.
Very well. Joseph, since you're closer to the room, make a perception roll.
Oh, what did I... with my investigation...
Oh my fucking god.
Lots of low perception rolls, my favorite. You see that the four doors are very similar, like I said. The locks are fairly difficult to pick. They're not out of your range of ability, at least you and Joseph's ability.
Sorry, can you guys hear that in the background of my mic?
Barely. You see that the skeletons here are somewhat corroded. The bones themselves are eroded slightly.
Sounds like the door is going. Sounds like the fucking door is going to close and the whole room flood.
Is this that?
Jinyo, Rohal, and Joseph make dexterity saving throws. Your perception rolls were not high enough for you to see what was happening.
I can come in and do it. Hold on, I was trying to smoke. Unless you can do it for me, Theo. I don't know if you can.
I have a question. Could I use evasion with this?
Can I use evasion with
I'll
this?
do it for you.
Do I have evasion with this?
That's not mine, that is triggers on
Okay,
his sheet.
so Rohal and Joseph rolled high enough. Let me see what...
I did it 13.
You did it for him 13? Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay,
How close am
Rohal...
I to him? How close am I to trigger?
Let me see here. You are not close enough.
No, how close am I?
You are, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 feet. Rohal, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Okay, let's see. Lorien and Frederick can also make... Sorry, Frederick can also make dexterity saving throws, and I'll tell you what you can or cannot do with those rolls. I just want to see what your rolls are, Lorien. Okay, good.
I do a...
And...
6.
Okay. So, unfortunately your rolls weren't high enough to realize that earlier you did step on a tile that activated something. That would have been Jinyo that activated it. If your rolls were higher, you would have noticed that. You do notice now that the steel door is closing extremely rapidly from the floor to the ceiling. The people who rolled high enough, which would be Rohal, Joseph, and Lorien, can decide whether or not they want to dive either in or out of the door. Unfortunately, Jinyo did not roll high enough to do so in time. What are your choices? You don't know whether or not going on either side of the door can be better or worse for you.
I'm not
Skeletons on both sides.
diving. I'm not diving in there.
I'm staying here.
Can I loudly shout, can anyone stop the door?
You
Do I
can
know
shout
that?
that.
Can we stop the door? Can we trap it? Can we melt it? Can we...
Can I try to no, what? Oh, can I
Joseph,
gem a
you
python?
only have time to leap in or to remain where you are with your saving throw. This saving throw would use like all of Rohal's movement as well.
Can I throw haste as I pass him by?
No, this is literally a saving throw. This isn't like a round of action,
Okay.
you know.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah,
either
yeah,
you
yeah.
make your way out or you stay in, or Joseph, you make your way in or you stay out. Same with Lorien. Lorien chooses to stay out. Her decision is made. Fred did
I'll
not roll
stay
high
out.
enough for a decision. Okay, you
Actually,
stay
wait,
out.
wait. Fuck,
Okay.
where's my coin? I want to do a coin flip. This is a coin flip.
Do it while Rohal decides.
Fuck, where's my coin? Here.
Coin flip.
I'm
He's
going to do
deciding whether or
to
not
make a
he's
decision.
deciding. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm going in.
I'm kind of fucked here.
Okay,
cool.
Joseph
I will,
rushes in. Roll hall.
I will stay.
Okay, he stays. The door shuts from bottom to ceiling. The three of you alone make a perception roll. Everyone outside the door knows that it's closed, and the three of you are in there.
Can I?
Yikes! Kill me. Fucking kill me.
Let's see. We need to have Jinyo's perception saving throw.
I'll do it for him.
That's all right, I'm here, I'm here.
Perception.
Well, then you
on my
fucking roll for me again, Chris.
You saved it. No, you didn't.
14.
Okay, so Rohal and Jinyo immediately know that there is this fluid here that has a pungent smell and it has vapor coming off of it is slowly rising from this pit.
Of
You
course.
fucking jinxed it, Sid, you bastard. Can I...
We can walk on this liquid, just saying. Because of the water walking. Because we haven't been in here for
Do
more
I
than an
know
hour,
what
you
this
said
liquid
earlier,
is?
right? Probably some freaking acid. I was gonna investigate these, but I rolled a freaking 1. Can someone investigate these? They're probably...
I'm still smoking, but can I...
Well,
investigate
Jinyo,
these
Jinyo
skeletons?
has already seen that the bones seem to be eroded and corroded. You imagine it is from whatever the substance is that is rising. Perhaps
So
it is
I think
acid.
we have to pick a door, Rose. I think I'm going to look at...
So this door had the writing on it, right?
Correct. That door said, in the ethereal plane to end suffering.
So that kind of sounds like for ghosts, huh? Can I
Oh,
Can I look around? Are there keyholes that can look through?
There are no keyholes that you can see through, however, there are locks that
how
can
long
be
do
picked.
we have before the water...
You
Before we...
do not know. You think that in a matter of seconds, perhaps 15, perhaps 20, perhaps 30 seconds, you're not sure. It is rising.
I'm going to try to lockpick this door real quick.
Do it.
Thieves tools. Come on, 19.
19, let me check and see. Let me check and see. Let me check and see.
like medium good, so
Let
it's
me
probably
check
gonna be
and
fine.
see. Man, your lockpicking is quite good. The door actually does open. Man.
And we all jump in.
Yeah,
Let's open it first and see what it. Oh,
we don't have time to open it and have a look. We've got to make
okay.
a job.
Pull it.
Okay. Fine.
Make a strength check. You can help him and give him an advantage on helping him.
Do I roll or I can come in from...
18.
18 is fine, isn't it? To begin
Make
with, anyway.
well, let me see what the advantage is. Let me see what your second roll is.
Mine?
Well, yeah, because he's helping you, so you make an advantage roll.
You're the highest one, I
18
think.
hits.
18. Let me check the roll. That actually stops it. Yeah, you did good enough. The acid, and it is acid, stops. I would say about 1.5 feet below the surface. However, the door behind you does not open, and it is still closed. And in fact, it is not a metal door that has risen. It is it was a stone reinforced wall that has risen instead of the metal door. Very
I'm
complex
going to
contraption.
embrace Joseph and say,
Is jerking all in it?
well done.
I
you.
will walk around and knock on each door.
Make a perception roll, and I'll give you a response for everything that you knock on. Let's see, you have a 9. So this here's a stone wall. This has become a stone wall that has moved up. These 3 reinforced wooden doors give you about a similar amount of echo. This one down here might be a slightly... As a druid, you're a little more perceptive with that sort of thing. A slightly larger echo. These 2 up here are about equivalent with a little bit of an echo, but there does seem to be empty space on all 3 of the doors, the opposite sides of them anyways.
I share this information and suggest, I think this might be the one that we might want to open.
But quickly, Lorian and Fredgeek, would you 2 like to do anything now that you're seemingly separated from the party in this tomb?
Mate, someone's
Yeah.
fucking done some bad shit. They got their
We're
pillars
both British
chopped out
March. What should we do?
with the thermals on it.
You got a ghetto bird flying around, huh?
Yeah.
Does this door seem magically reinforced like the rest of the masonry?
It seems to be nothing more than a reinforced stone wall that has risen in the place of the door. You know that must have been some pretty advanced machinery to be able to have replaced the door with a stone.
Can I
Do
inspect
I
the
see
stone
anything
wall?
along the seams of it?
Make an investigation for both of you. Ginny, what are you looking for in particular? Make a perception roll, Ginny.
I'm looking to see if there's any loose bricks or any sort of like manual release on the door.
Me too.
I'll come and make a perception
17.
roll.
So the 3 closed reinforced wooden doors, once again, they seem pickable.
20.
They seem pickable. It would take some time to hack through them. You could potentially hack through them. They don't seem reinforced in that regard, but they can be picked. You also kind of hear a slight echo behind all 3 of them. This does seem to be a magically reinforced stone wall that has been raised through the same panel that the steel door lowered through. There's nothing more you can learn from that, unfortunately. And once
Magically
again,
reinforced.
Fred, you are actually genuinely impressed by the magic and the machinery required to do that. That rivals
this is
almost
something done
some of the. Yeah, it is definitely done after. Yep.
This is not.
Hello?
This is something new. This
Hello.
was made by the Warlocks, I think.
I rolled a 20 for pick up.
Can I hear her?
Oh,
Yeah.
Are
24.
you all right?
That unlocks definitely.
20.
What did I notice with my perception that there's
Can
they're
I
magically
hear-
reinforced and they're pickable?
Can I hear
Lorian?
one?
You can.
Yeah.
But it is much more muffled than when she was shouting around to the tunnel corners and things like that. You feel that if you were to separate another
We're
10 or
fine.
15 feet, you would not be able to hear her anymore.
I screamed to her, "We're fine. There's acid underneath, but we stopped it. We're attempting opening a door, and I believe Joseph just managed to open it."
You hear Falminar's voice, and he says, "It is a sheer stone wall on our side," and you realize, and you recall that he was given a ring of message by Dwali Steelback, his brother's ring. So he's communicating with the spell message through his ring of message into your mind, which you can reply with.
You guys should try to make your way around, probably.
Oh, great. Okay.
So, the only door we know that we can open is the one up top, the wooden one, and we have our lever down here. That's the only difference we have.
Well, let's
Gotta
try the
make a
wooden
choice.
door first.
So what's behind here?
I also like think through, because these levers, they were similar in design, correct?
They were.
Also give him a message saying, we pulled a lever here to stop the acid from rising. So it was a benevolent lever, I guess you can say. The lever down there that we saw down there is of the similar design. It might too be of a neutral or benevolent kind. Shrug.
Should we check the other doors as well here?
Yes. It might be a part of a puzzle too.
Yeah.
Gallows.
Faminar hands Lorien the ring of message and says, "Perhaps this is best in your hands for now. It does not require attunement."
Okay.
Go ahead and try to unlock the doors.
I mean,
I'm
I
gonna
have
focus
the,
on
I
one
have the
side at
message
a time
cantrip
now.
too. You know.
It's gonna be a really confusing.
Oh, okay. I forgot you have message. He'll keep it. I'm sorry. What did you
Yeah.
say, Faminar?
Falminar?
I mean, Rohal. Sorry, I'm like getting all these elven names fucking mixed up.
Yeah, we're gonna focus on one side at a time, but I told him to unlock the other 2 doors if you'd like to, but they might just well be. As I noticed, they are smaller rooms, so therefore it's probably a better idea to maybe not. They could be dangerous if it happens to be the case that that we do have what's it called. If you do need something from what we see ahead here, these doors are unlockable. We'll keep that in mind.
We're gonna jump over to Fred real quick. Fred, this door is wooden and appears to be unlocked, and not
waiting for the other
reinforced
one,
or
people.
magically. Sorry.
was moving up with the Falner and Lorian as well. I think we were all going up here.
Okay. Gallo follows as
Probably
well.
that-
Gallo has been very silent, and you notice that when he's getting close to his bounty, so to speak, he is more focused than usual, less lighthearted, and very stoic.
All right.
I was gonna ask him to come with us anyway, but I
He
didn't
does
get a
follow.
chance
Yeah,
to
he
say
does.
anything.
He does indeed follow. Do you choose to open the door?
Yeah, I pop my helmet on first, then open the door.
Very good.
So we're in this.
Okay, one moment.
This
And there we are. This is what you see. You see 1, 2, 3 doors leading out of this room. Make a perception roll, Lorian and Fred, please.
I'm gonna be trying to see if there's any ghosts, by the way.
I rolled a natural 1,
Okay.
which would be a 4.
Okay. Lorian, you notice a scroll on the table and nothing else. A few empty candle holders, a really damaged anvil, which is beyond the point of repair. It seems to have been toppled over. Took some, likely some water damage. You say to yourself, how does an anvil take water damage? Well, if freezing water gets within the cracks, it kind of splits and damages even stone or steel and rust.
So
I'm gonna say, okay, wait. I'm gonna use Mage Hand to pick up that scroll
mhm.
and float it out of the room back to me.
It does flow to you, and you recognize it as the arcane scroll of true sight.
Oh,
Ah, dang.
So these are all these things in the corners here are doors, right?
So going back to you, I'm going to ping. This is a door. This is a door, and this is an open door. This is an open door. So you have
So-
two closed doors here.
All right, I'm going to go up to this closed door, and Rose already tapped it, didn't he? Was it an empty space?
I knocked it.
He listened
it
and
was-
heard a slight echo,
Alright,
equivalent
so I'm
to
going
this
to try
door.
and I'm going to say, Joseph, can you come and try this door? See if you can get through this one.
I think Jinyo, you have decent lockpicking abilities as well, if I'm not mistaken. But
I know,
Joseph,
but my
Joseph is more
character's
advanced. Yeah.
There's for reasons. I don't want to.
You can-
I like that. I like that a lot. That's
I'm
good.
not too sure I want to risk it right now.
Can we notice any mechanisms on this door right here?
Make an investigation roll. You're looking for that specifically. You do not, other than the lock itself.
Okay.
Fine, I suppose I can have a look
yeah.
at it. I try to inspect both of these doors for anything unusual.
Okay, do one investigation for both doors.
How did I ping that?
So this is
I
left
will
one.
aid him in doing those investigations.
I'm going to investigate as well.
And that's the right one.
Worked
Okay,
anyway.
Yeah, you don't see any unusual mechanisms from your rolls, and you think that they are definitely within your abilities of picking. They could be challenging, but you think that you can get through them.
I'll go for the left one first, see if I can crack this one.
And you do think that you can chop through them, which would be loud, time-consuming, and take some energy, but... Wow! That is probably either the highest or I think we had one other 30 roll in a year and a half of playing.
Yeah, that's,
You actually...
The door's not even locked.
you inspire, not mechanically, he doesn't get an inspiration point, but you inspire Jinyo just watching how you've done that. And you definitely open and unlock the door. Do you open it too, by the way?
Very
Do I
slow.
get? Did you say I get no bonus?
Actually, I
You get no bonus from that, but you're like inspired by
I actually go to the other door. Well, let's see how this goes.
I did not mean to do that, but yeah, I revealed some.
Well,
Funny, you
open
unlock
that door anyway.
very well.
I look at the Jinyo flail around with a lockpicks. Practice makes perfect.
Okay, so this one opens a tad. I'm gonna go back to the other crew because I want to see what they're up to. I want to give them an opportunity to do stuff too. So let me open this for you, and there we go. Lorian and Fred, what would you like to do?
Wait, not
We
there.
have 3 doors in there, you said?
We do. You have one here, and one here. They
They're
all
all
seem to
wooden
be
doors?
made of. They're all wood. They're all not magically reinforced doors,
Before
and they
can I yell
are all unlocked.
into the room
Yeah,
that we're in to see if they can hear me where they are?
You can make an attempt. Yeah.
So before I do that, though, I'm going to use the sending stone.
Sending stone?
Die. Yeah, Chris, I don't have one. I think.
Oh,
Did we?
do
Yeah,
you both have
we
sending
can cast
stones?
we can cast a sending spell to each other once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
which means you can be literally on the other side of the planet as
send-
long as
yeah,
you're
yeah.
on the same plane of existence,
But
or even beyond.
It's only
it,
25
existence.
words, though. It's only 25 words.
Oh, right.
So
it's
I'm
once
gonna
per
say
day,
to you-
okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout. I'm going to shout. See if you can hear me, and walk around, see if it gets closer, because I found an empty room. Send.
That's one. Are those 25 words? I think it was. Yeah.
I
That
don't
was
know.
less. That was
Okay,
less.
you receive that, and you hear that, and then now
Okay,
make your
so I'm
shout, and we'll
gonna-
see how it goes. Lorian and Fred, make a perception roll, please. That was some good like sound work there.
I just put my hands over my mouth. Huh?
Sounded pretty legit.
I rolled
Don't
a 19.
spoil the magic.
Sorry.
I'm thinking we'll-
Even with a 19, you cannot hear him. However, the sending stone worked just fine. Just fine.
All right. Well, I can respond as well. So I go
Yeah.
after he does that. I don't know what it is. I wait a little bit and say, "All right, I'm waiting. Whenever you're ready, start screaming. I'll listen for you." I can't say anything else.
Correct. Correct. Okay. Lorian and Fred, what would you like to do now? Now that you cannot hear your companions any longer.
Which door should we go to next?
Well, I think maybe this one. Because we're trying to get over to the rest of the party. So,
That's true.
So can we go in? Do we want to go?
Is Arthur not
Into-
trigger? Wait.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So you enter this room, you see another rune, or should I say symbol, on the side of the wall there. This room seems to be very barren. It seems to be a little neater than the indentured servants' quarters. Perhaps maybe this is where some of the warlocks spent their time.
We don't have a lantern this time, but I recognize that rune. It's the same one as the V.
you're right. It's another V then.
I say as I'm sketching it down.
I don't
Is
see
there
any
anything else
doors
in
in there, do I?
You do not. Make a perception roll, however.
I rolled a natural 20.
It just looks like a
We're at
very
23.
neat and very bland room with just that one symbol on the wall. Wooden floors.
Even though he got a nat 20.
I'm
Who got a nat 20?
I got a
Genia?
23 with
I mean,
the nat
Fred?
20.
Yep, it just seems to be a very plain room.
Yeah.
Very plain.
It's a waste of a 20.
I don't know, there was a ghost in the other living quarters
We don't-
room like this. And,
We'll close the door. We'll remember this. We'll have to check out the rune later with the lantern. But it looks like the one we've seen before.
I gently close the door and turn to turn around.
Right. We should open one more. Top or bottom?
Well, let's just be thorough now, I guess, and try this one.
Okay, we'll do this one before we see what our companions are doing on the other section of Le Donjon.
Le donjon.
Le Donjon. Okay, this seems to be the other area with the arrow slits and another symbol on the wall there. And through the arrow slits you can see that the Necrotic Storm is thick and ravaging the outside. You can't even see the stables, it's so thick. Stops all sound and sight.
Well, I
Is it
sketched
dummy
down
thick?
that rune again.
Dummy thick.
Damn it!
It's a necrotic hungry too, it's looking for a snack.
That's 60, or is that something we see? Red letter?
You do see the symbol, you do not... Oh shit, I didn't mean to show the 6. That's my own personal DM note, sorry about that. You do not see the
don't
6, yeah. That's just,
Well, we see that symbol up there.
I have numbers all over the place hidden that are
I
basically my
spit in the eye
notation.
of God. Yeah, no, we don't see it.
We're gonna go back to the other crew now that
Alright.
they are facing impending
So-
doom. You guess?
Open this door. Read.
Bada bing. Bada boom. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a reveal here.
A bolt fucking shoots out from
8
something.
dragons.
Is that
I gave you
door
guys quite a first session with that black dragon. You enter and see some jail cells. In fact, I'll reveal the jail cells.
Is
And,
that door correctly positioned, by the way?
Yeah, I'm opening
It's
it, so I should be there.
it's meant to be opened. It's slightly crooked though. I'm gonna open this one as well.
I mean, there are 2 doors right here.
Correct. There's a hinge
Oh,
between them both.
It's-
Yeah.
Okay, it's like that. Okay, yeah. Never mind.
Yeah. It's kind of off, but you see another symbol here. Your lantern reveals the symbol is paired with the letter Y.
I recall
Okay.
us not having seen that before.
The three of you can make a perception roll in this room, just to see how much you can see and what you come across.
Well, I've got dark sight, so I still wouldn't win anyway, right?
We all have
Fuck
dark side, I think.
me. Natural
Well,
one, man.
No, Joseph.
not Joseph.
Joseph doesn't.
You see that these are some holding cells here. You're not sure if this is original architecture or if this was made by the Warlocks. You see the body of a skeleton in there, and the gate is open.
So, what I have remembered that the drow gnome
Oh,
was sketching these symbols.
Well, you can recognize them.
This hallway's
could I-
open, Rohal. I'm sorry, you were saying, Joseph?
It's open.
What's
Could I
open?
have
Is this a door?
No, this is a stone wall with reinforced masonry on
Is
there.
there anything on that table?
Gotcha.
There's rotted food and some candles that have been halfway melted down.
don't go alone.
You
Can
do see
I,
something.
like,
You see something on the skeleton in the jail cell, and there's also an open hallway this way.
So I'm gonna walk up to the.
So,
can I look at the skeleton
did I
through the bars.
Okay. The gate is open. You can open that and enter quite easily.
All right, I'll open the gate then.
Joseph is drawing down this symbol, and did he see the other letter?
I've got my lantern of revealing, so I think you would have seen it.
He does.
Okay.
Both Rohal and Jinyo are like
Yeah.
together, both using the power of ethereal, while the other part of the party can't not see any of it.
Well,
Jinyo, you
they
see.
found the scroll of true sight. Does
Very
that?
good point. Very good point. That may very well. Jinyo, you find a small leather pouch on the body. You find an ingot of iron on the body. You find a regular wooden staff. Doesn't seem to be magical in any way. And that's all you see on the body.
Well, can I
after a
look
thorough
inside the
search.
pouch? Well, can I
The
before I
pouch
look
is
inside
empty.
it, can I?
You can.
It's empty.
It's empty. It's empty.
All right, I'll just grab all that shit for later.
All right.
Oh
try
god,
to,
I just zoomed out.
You gotta write it in.
Oh
Okay,
no.
so should I not have done that?
No, you're good. Just make sure to write it in your equipment because it's gonna be hard for me to keep track of everything.
Ingot.
If Joseph is sketching this symbol and letter down in his letter
Good
bound.
thinking. Excellent thinking there. It's actually a good
Guys,
idea
like-
because you're not with Fred, so good idea.
I think he saw Fred making sketches of this, so he thinks
He
that
did, yeah.
maybe
He
Yeah.
did, yeah.
I tell them both to walk on the same plates as the person ahead of them.
Roger that.
I'll let Rohal investigate this room before we move on to the others.
I do what he
Rohal-
says, and I'm here now.
Rohal, you
Well, here,
see
technically.
you see written in stone on this
Oh
on
God.
this altar here. It says, "You seek me behind the wall. When I'm spoken, veil will fall. Sturdy shields, sharpened swords are useless next to arcane words."
Do we all
you-
see that? Or just Rohan?
Yes, you all do. It's actually quite visible, and you also see that these two statues are two more statues of water bearers. One of them is a water bearer or slave or indentured servant of a gnomish stature, holding a bowl of water, and the other one seems to be either human or half elf. You're not quite certain.
And also bowl of water.
Are they empty?
No, they have murky, dirty water in them.
Both of them.
So can you repeat? Okay, thank you.
You seek me
Well,
out
actually-
behind the wall. When I am spoken, veil will fall. Sturdy shields, sharpened swords are useless next to arcane words. We'll go back to the others while you look that over. Lorian and...
I was just going to quickly suggest or ask something.
Sure.
The veil will fall. Could that, or would I know that does that have any? Would I think that might have something to do with the necrotic storm outside?
Make an intelligence roll, and I'll give you an answer while Lorian and Fred. Are you going to open this door, I assume?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a save. Sorry.
Very good. You open this one. Yes, he's behind you. He's just sort of like being kind of like stoic and like touching the ground like a detective or some shit. I don't know. So as you enter this room, you immediately see a flask of something on the desk. And let's see what his intelligence roll was here. And 3, yeah, you have no idea. You have no idea, Jinyo. You see a flask of something magical on the desk. As you approach it, should you approach it? Do you approach it, Lorian? That's the question.
I do approach it. Yeah, fuck it.
You recognize this as something else that you've seen quite very much during your studies as a mana potion. You know this to be a regular mana potion. It's a blue liquid, and when you do drink it, you know that it would... You're not drinking it now, but I'm saying if you were to drink it, you know that this type of mana potion would give you essentially arcane energy back that you've expended throughout the day. So out of character, I will say it's a 1d4 plus 1 that you would get, and you can use those points accordingly. To recover a first spell, you would require 2 of those points, a second spell, 3 of those points, third, 5, so on and so forth. And I can help you refer to that. You also see several chunks of metal on the desk. Make an intelligence roll on those chunks of metal, Lorian.
Okay.
With your 15 roll, you have no idea what kinds of metal those are and why they're here. There's also a piece of paper next to the metal, but you can make a roll as well, Fred. So you can add a regular mana potion, just a mana potion to your inventory, Lorian. Fred, your
23
roll.
intelligence.
Ooh, 23, nice roll. So as an arcane armorer, you know very well that these are 2 very unique ingots of metal. One of them is an ingot of auriculum. You know that this is a bronze-orange metal that is used to absorb the essence of magic. You had a very high roll, so you know that this ingot can be very competitively priced and worth up to 500 gold pieces. However, it's even more valuable to someone like you who knows actually how to use it and use it for crafting. It's often used, once again with this very high roll that you had, you know that it is often used to create anti-magic items, such as rings or jewelry or armor or even weapons. But you're an armorer, so that would be your specialty. Next to it, you also see something even more familiar to you, an ingot of mithril. 1 ingot of mithril. Once again, your intelligence roll is beyond what you need to know what mithril is. Mithril is a white silver metal, and it's lighter and flexible than common steel. It's not worth as much as the auriculum, but it is worth quite a bit and used for crafting, especially weapons and armor. You know that it's one of the hardest metals, but also one of the most brittle metals. You know that it can pierce through armor easily, but if another weapon were to slash at, say, a mithril weapon, it can very easily shatter. So it's used for a very specific purpose. And you also see the note is very short and brief, and it simply says, Order of Auriculum and Mithril and Iron, Ivestead Trade Guild, which means that this has come from the great mining operation that is done there, likely powered by their slave population. You can add those 2 ingots to your inventory. We're going to go back to the other crew here.
Type out the names of the Auriculum one.
I'm going to just DM you all that.
So, were we supposed to roll here? Because I missed that. I saw Rohal and... oh my god, what was your
They
name?
chose to investigate the area, but they didn't find anything unusual, other than the information
Could
there.
I do that? I missed that part, or am I not allowed to do that?
If you would like to make sense of the riddle, you can either do so in real life or try to make an intelligence roll to try to...
No.
Investigation. You see that these are the 2 statues here. One is gnomish, one is probably human or half-elf, and that there's murky water there. Again, you're not really sure what to make sense of the riddle yet, but the riddle says, you seek me out behind this wall, and so on and so forth.
What does it say on the scroll here? If that's a scroll.
It's sort of like a stone representation of a scroll. It's like it's crafted to look like paper, but it's just stone, and that's where it's written.
Okay, gotcha. I think what says on here to Lorian.
You think what? Oh, okay. means I gotta look
Message.
at that again.
Message should go that far. It's
Yeah.
about 120 feet, right? So that should go far, and she can
Alright,
reply.
water bearers.
Oh, wait a second. Roll Hall doesn't have message. It has to be from the spellcaster first in order for.
But
So it would have
okay,
to
I
come
thought
from
that
Lorien and
connected-
Falmanar.
I thought that connected through Falmanar earlier.
So
And then
it would have to be an immediate reply. So it's the spellcaster
Okay,
sends a
you're
message, and then the other person gets a chance to reply.
Well,
Unfortunately, yeah. So.
when it's my turn again, I'm gonna tell him that
Sure,
we
sure.
didn't find a way in the north, so we're gonna try that lever.
We can
That's
say
their
that you've done
killer.
that. We can say that you've done that right now. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
So you say that, and
I would like
Alright,
to try this door.
then I'll repeat. We found a riddle. And they send then I'll respond. Also adding that. There we go.
yep.
Yeah, behind the wall. Do you know what this might mean? Personally, I'm terrible with riddles.
As you
You
do
share
that,
with me?
Joseph peers down this hallway.
I think with my think meat, Steve.
Can I just think without an intelligence roll?
Of course.
It feels like it has to do with the symbols we're finding. It's a name we had to speak out.
There'd be a lot of V's if that's the case.
If
We
this
don't
Could
know what
I
A lot of
do-
consonants. You need to figure out what these ones are. You need.
They're
two
the
separate
same
Yeah,
symbol as
we do.
they're the same symbol as the one that we did look at.
Yeah,
That was a V.
symbols, but not the letter. Maybe.
We don't know if it's the same. We need them to see that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Roll Hall, make,
Oh,
yeah, actually, now
make
that
an
I've- now that
additional
I'm-
perception roll, Roll Hall, since you're right in front of everything.
Cool.
26, excellent. You see that the water is much lower in these two bowls than it was in the water bear toward the entrance. And you also think you hear trickling water somewhere beyond the wall, through the masonry.
Fuck! Now the note disappeared again. I tried finding it in the list, but I can't really.
I can post it again, don't worry.
So,
it's
Roll
called
Hall,
Water
do
Bear's
you-
Riddle.
I got it here.
Do you tell us? Did you hear the water?
Yeah, if I hear the water now, yeah, absolutely. I suppose I
Well,
shared
maybe
that
you need to
information.
use your magic to call the water to you, or shape it, or bring it through the wall to fill up the bowls.
Can-
So, how?
Okay, I have.
Joseph
I
is
have.
exploring on his own.
Yeah, I have create or destroy water. I create enough water to fill up both of these bowls.
I ready myself for a fight. How long have we been here by now?
You've been here for about 40 minutes.
Fuck! Sorry, I get my sword out. Disappointed.
Now both of these are filled with water.
Yes, but they're much lower than they were in the first statue that you've seen of the water bearers.
Like lower in what regard?
The other bowl was
lower in
very much
volume,
full. This one is like
Yeah,
almost
that's
empty.
what I'm saying. I created water and put it and filled the two bowls.
You notice no difference in anything other than that they're filling up further. Joseph, what
Alright.
would you like to do? You seem to be on your own. Would you like to open one of these doors here? You see two doors. You see a door here.
Can I
A door
call back
here
to Joseph?
and a door here. You can, yes.
Huh.
Can I say, come back to the other room? Does he hear me or?
He hears you. He hears you.
We need to think together.
He just chooses not to hear you.
This is a team hunt. I'm gonna shout.
We're gonna go back to Lorien while they all decide what to do, 'cause they're thinking pretty hard. Lorien and Fred, what would you like to do?
Did my 24 intelligence roll help at all with trying to puzzle out that riddle?
Yes. I do like when people use out of character or in character, and with a 24 intelligence, you are a wizard. You've dealt with these frivolous type of riddles and things like that in your studies. You think that the words "you seek me out behind the wall" are significant. It's something that he seeks. And what might you seek behind the wall? When I am spoken, veil will fall. This indicates that perhaps something must be spoken in order for an action to occur. Sturdy shields,
Save.
sharpened swords are useless next to arcane words, which implies that you can hit the wall you want, but whatever you do physically will not be as powerful as saying what you
Do
need
I
to say.
know what the arcane word for water is? Would I know that as my character?
You do not.
Oh, can you finish your sentence, Steve?
Sorry.
I was just saying that whatever words are spoken will have more power than any physical might you try to unleash upon the wall.
Right. Yeah. So
And
I'm
what-
gonna
and whatever it is that you seek is what you must say.
message to Rohal. Try saying water. Try saying it in Druidic too. Or any kind of arcane language.
I say it in both Common, Druidic, Elvish, and Infernal, with significant interruptions in between the words. Do I notice any differences?
Ha!
Cool.
We're gonna go to Lori. We're gonna Lorian's turn. Lorian
Wow.
and Fred, which way are you going now?
It's where we got to leave her.
Did I realize which language it was?
You're not actually certain.
Okay. Even though I separated it with significant time in between the different.
After you said them all, there was a long pause before it opened.
Okay. I will
Yes.
assume it's not infernal though. That would be weird.
I was gonna say to say the word water in every language. By the way. Anyway, but so
Yeah, I thought about that as well when you mentioned it.
yeah. So all right. So
Laura,
I
do you
guess
want me
we'll
to pull it?
yeah.
We probably have no choice. We've explored everything.
Yeah.
Falmanar.
I rolled a 19, so that is a 15 strength check, if that's what you want to do.
That is unsuccessful. It does not budge.
Felminar.
Dominar makes a strength check.
It's very heavy.
I'm gonna assist him with my little
Okay,
stick
so
wizard
he gets
arm.
advantage, and he's gonna roll again.
Oh,
With a 22, it does not budge.
all right. I'm gonna try it. Strength check, just strength.
Falminar is going to help you, so you get an advantage on the strength check. Roll twice.
Okay.
But what is your
just roll
strength? Are
twice?
you even able to get higher than 22?
No.
Okay, Gallo's gonna try with the help of Falminar. You got a natural 20. Natural 20. With a natural
Still.
20, he's able to hold it open. With a natural 20. That's a difference. The difference. But Gallo's holding it. But he is straining significantly. And you notice that as he holds it, immediately this opens here. You can only see in just a little bit. I need all of you to make a perception roll as this is happening.
Perception.
Yes.
All of the people present.
only
down
the
here.
people present where Gallo is.
I rolled a 9.
I'm gonna
I'm
have
lagging.
Falminar make a ooh Falminar, hello. Falminar says he hears a ticking noise somewhere beneath the floor, as if the gears are turning, and he says, "The door's opened, huzzah!"
Huzzah.
And he says it ironically.
Well, we better all rush in, and just take our chances. Cause there is no other way, is there? There's no other doors that go in.
With your very keen intelligence, you do not remember to be another way through. Gallo says that if he lets go of it, it closes. He feels it, and he strains to keep it open, so you can all enter.
We'll try and find a way to get you in. I suppose, unless we have some way of jamming it.
He is straining to hold it. You can
Prosthetic
hear him
arms,
struggling. You can hear him struggling. No prosthetic arms this time.
Shit.
Mm.
Move the table out and mount it against the wall, pushing it
Yeah,
down.
is there anything in here that's
I'm
like
okay.
really heavy that we
Oof.
could maybe?
So many things to see in here. I'm rubbing my hands together in anticipation. The three of you can make perception rolls. Dominar does not notice much.
9.
9. You do not hear the
Natural.
ticking. Lorian, you just begin to hear the ticking yourself now, somewhere in the walls or beneath the floor. You also see that there are several bookcases here, a magical flame in the fireplace that is being perpetually lit, lots of scattered papers about, a skeleton on the floor, and some interesting things on the table that you'll have to spend a little more time to investigate. You see some frail wooden chairs that are quite ornate. They seem quite comfortable. This seems to be a place where maybe the 7 warlocks in Golazar spent some of their time. But you do not see anything that could hold back a steel reinforced door that is being held back by the might of the gauntlets of ogre power. Or should I say, Gallo, who was helped by the gauntlets of ogre power.
Well, you could try running for it when you let go.
And as you say that, you hear a loud explosion. The three of you look to the door and see a cloud of orange dust. Make an Arcana or Intelligence roll, your choice.
Uh-oh.
Okay, now.
Gallo shouts when the door
26.
shuts. 26. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So Fred
I got +8.
immediately recognizes this to be a rust cloud trap. And make a perception roll, Fred, on top of that, since you got such an exceptional roll.
17.
Not bad. You actually hear that the rust cloud trap has sprayed upon Gallo, and he's running away from the lever, which breaks upon his hand because of the rust. The door shuts behind you, and you are now locked in this fancy room. We're gonna go back to the other adventurers and see what they do.
Damn it.
What do you guys want to do where you're located?
You're not going down
So-
there with all of us 3, you know, right?
Can't hear you over me walking down these stairs.
Fuck
Yeah.
you, I'm going this way.
Fucking hell.
Okay,
Okay,
let me
gonna-
reveal for you guys.
You're missing all the smart people on that side. Fuck.
It's quite interesting how this is split up with the 2 lanterns on one side. You have like all the super intelligent characters rather. You're all kind of smart, but like you've got like the 2 brainiacs over there.
So while me and Rohal are separated, I go, I don't know if you know earlier, but I punched you in the face. I feel kind of bad about it now. We're stuck in this small corridor together.
Well, that's fine. Let's see here.
So Rohal, you seem to be taking the lead here. You see that there are 3 more statues of warlocks with their hands facing downward, holding steel cups in their hand, just as the one at the front door. You also see there to be a... what have we here? We see a reinforced door with something written in stone. And a very
Cool, yeah.
peculiar grid on the wall. With a few skulls. 9 skulls to be precise, next to the grid.
I'll make an attempt to swing at his face and say, "Oh yeah." I miss, obviously, and I say, "Oh yeah, you know, it's all good."
No, that was your attack damage. That was not an attack roll. Roll a d20.
Not the attack roll. Okay, all
No,
right.
you just straight
roll
d20.
again, yeah.
It's no
Who are you
bonus.
punching at? The statue or
Me.
Jinyo?
Me in the face.
Yeah, you missed Jinyo entirely.
11 to hit, yeah.
Okay.
Jinyo, what is your AC?
15, he misses.
He misses you
Yeah.
again. So yeah, so
Do I
see,
not have any off of?
Joseph, what are you doing, by the way? Where are you?
I'm actually peeking around the corner again to see if they actually listened. And he sighs and like, where are the others?
Well, you see 2 doors here, Joseph. 2 doors, one here and one here, and you're all alone in the tomb that has been overridden by the undead.
How much time do I still have? How much shoot do I still have in my lantern?
Oh, you still have about 20 minutes.
I'm still blind guy.
Don't you have like anything else to produce light on your
Oh,
inventory?
candles. Yeah, candles. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like to inspect this door and to see if it's unlocked.
It appears to be unlocked and made of unreinforced wood. Very simple to open. Very enticing to open.
I'm very I'm in the side and like kind of like push it open and let the inertia do the work.
The inertia does the work, my friend.
And then peek
Inside, you see... One moment, please.
What's the Warlock?
You see another one of Qual's feather tokens. This one is shaped like an ivory anchor, carved with a hummingbird feather on top. You also are familiar with this, just as Rohal was familiar with his. And you know that this one, when pressed against a boat or a ship, prevents the vessel from moving for up to 24 hours, and it's a one-time use. So write down Qual's feather token,
Hold on. Can you
ivory
please write
anchor.
Could you please write that in chat? I have no idea how to
Fine.
write that. I'd be very grateful.
Okay. So we're gonna switch over to we'll do Lorian and Fred's turn. This is getting really
Chris,
enthralling.
it's writing. Stop writing shit under my name, you bastard.
So there's a lot to explore in this room. You have several bookcases, you have tables, you have several things here. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna look at the stuff on this table first.
One bit.
Okay,
do that first.
one moment while I pull that up. You see notes scribbled hastily next to an ingredient sheet. It's written in common. It says, "To keep our scrolls safe, I've created a command word to slip them into the ethereal plane. I have used the same word to protect the door mechanisms. I'm writing this note so I remember to inform the other mages and warlocks. I chose a word that I stumbled upon in my arcane studies. The command word aligned the traditional Alace constellations and an ingredient chart I have been organizing. Could it be connected to the weave somehow or just coincidence? Nevertheless, the word is what's left after I connected my ingredients chart. It opens and reveals what is not meant to be opened or revealed." I will say out of character that Chris may have come across this out of character. If you have, Chris, I kindly ask you not participate. This is
I don't think I've seen that, no.
Fair enough, fair enough. This is the ingredient chart I revealed here for you.
I can't see that.
yeah, that's
Steve,
too
I'm
small.
old.
Can you zoom in now? Okay.
Oh yeah, I
Let me
can
see.
zoom in. I
zoom
can
in,
zoom
you
in.
see, yeah.
Yeah.
I can-
Also, I will give you the notes that you read as well. Sorry. This is the corresponding note on the table. You also, yeah, that's what you find on the table. Would you like to inspect anything else in the room while you're here? Locked.
Yeah, but now I'm
in here.
busy with this fucking thing.
I took a screenshot so you can have it on a different monitor or something.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
don't
that
have to
works.
zoom
Yeah, if anybody has a convenient screenshot, please feel free to share it in DMs. That's fine. To anybody who's in the room here. So to sum up what you read, to make everything a little simpler for you, one of the warlocks, before he was turned undead, during his studies, set the room to lock with a command word, which is revealed if you are able to connect each of the spells with their ingredients. Whatever letters are left over is the command word to open the door. We're going to go back to Roll Hall and his companion over there, Jinyo. What would you like to do over here?
Gonna inspect the statues and see if there's anything different about the previous ones. So I'm guessing that's a perception check, right?
You can make that roll, and as you do,
That endeavor. But what is your perception? Plus modifier. Okay. Assist me instead.
Okay, I'll assist you then.
fair enough.
Oh, right. Okay, I'll do it twice.
You see that these statues are in the same exact posture. They're holding a steel cup in their left hand, and their right hand has the palm facing downward. One of them appears to be a half-orc male, one appears to be an elven male, and one appears to be a human male. And they're all holding, I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up with my lore here. One second. These all three appear to be two humans and a tiefling, and they appear to be the warlocks with the cups and the downward facing palm. And you also see, Jinyo, you also cannot help but notice like very strange things on this door. As I said, there's a strange grid with 9 skulls and writing on the wall as well, with a very ornate door.
On this grid, have you got like a close-up picture of it, or is that?
I do. I will reveal that for you now. You will find it to your left. It says, written in stone, trespassers met their demise foretold, their treasures kept shall yet unfold. If their skulls rest on the shrine, celestial beds for 4 of 9. So you make sense of this as 4 of the skulls must rest upon these celestial symbols, yet they must also line up accordingly with the numbers there. I'll give you control of the skulls since you're both here present, Rohal and Jinyo. No metagaming, you motherfuckers.
Oh, sorry, I'm typing. I will constream it. I'm typing to my friend who is at work. Seriously,
Whereas though I sent you an email on a Google Teams message if you just
I'm just giving you guys the access to these things while you guys figure out what you're gonna do next.
So they're just holding a cup with their hands down, correct?
Yeah, same formation as before, yeah.
I could use my. Are we allowed to talk of this out of character while?
If you're present together, yeah, sure. But like,
Well,
if
I've
you
got
ask
an
Ev or
alchemy
something,
jug.
yeah.
So I could use that.
Use what? Say again?
My alchemy jug. That I can fill the cups up with the water from the alchemy jug.
Okay, I could just move the water from out here, otherwise into the cups. Shape water.
Yeah, do that because my cup, once it's used, will only fill up with that type of liquid for the rest of the day. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'll fill all of these with water.
What spell are you using for that?
It's the shape water.
What level is that? Are you able to cast it again?
It's cantrip.
Oh, great. For each of them, it provides the same type of dagger that you received before. You get 3 more of them, and you believe that to be part of something greater. Rohal and Jinyo should both have access to be able to move the skulls and tinker with them and see if they can figure out how to place them, and you believe that that unlocks the door. Joseph, what are you going to do?
Can I draw on the sheet you showed us?
You can,
I'm
however,
working on it.
sometimes it's a little funky with deleting, so make sure when you draw your line, you're sure you want to put your line down.
I know 2 of them, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, if you want to put the line, just be aware that sometimes it's hard to delete the lines, sometimes they're not. It's awkward on Roll20 sometimes. But you can draw if you want. You can freeform draw there if you like. Joseph, what would you like to do while they deal with their puzzles? You gonna open that door, Joseph? Are you like muted or something?
In the meanwhile, do you have
That's
the text?
Hello?
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you're
For fuck's
unmuted.
sake. I would like to do the same thing with the this door, like I did with this door. So
It
yeah.
swings open with ease. Make a perception roll, my friend.
Oh, okay, perse.
Well, you see that this room may also be one of the sleeping quarters of the Warlocks before they've turned undead. It seems very neat, very tidy. You see 2 beds. You see 2 beds, and you see a desk, very similar to the one that you've just opened.
I close the desk, the door.
Okay.
Would not to
Sort
be
of wants to
meta,
know.
but would I perceive this as a weird? Would this be stone here, or
It
just
is.
dead?
It is a stone wall, just like any other wall. And yes, that is kind of meta.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. No, it's understandable. I mean, it's a dead-end hallway. I mean, it's pretty normal to ask.
Okay, I'd like to go up here then. And so there was a door here and 2 openings here, yeah?
Correct. And these openings are indeed openings.
Peak. Oh, okay. Huh. So just doors. Okay. Any traps I can see in this vicinity?
Make a perception roll.
Scheiße. Ooh, better than nothing.
You do not see any traps in this area.
Fucking hell. Any goodies here?
You notice some writings. Would you like to take a look at the note?
Any traps?
You do not notice any traps.
Okay, let's have our little look-see.
You see some writings, and they say, Notes of the Voidstone. Golazar has seen what was once only theoretical, Voidstone. Just as many of the great mages of planar study have speculated, it is black and featureless. It does not react to telekinesis magics or typical physical interaction. The Voidstone observed demonstrated an attraction to life, more specifically vitality. Much like the importance of vitality in the blood devoured by a vampire and vampires, the Voidstone detects vitality in the living creatures and ignores lifeless biological mass such as corpses. A test conducted on one of our trespassers yielded expected results. The subject became refracted like light and water before disintegrating into the void. Notably, material would spew forth from the Voidstone on occasion. Dead leaves, petrified branches, and blackened stone were observed to materialize from the Voidstone. It is unknown what this signifies. We're gonna go back to Lorien. I assume you take the note with you, just for reference. We go back to Lorien and Red.
Yep. Well, my character knows one of the spells, and I happen to know the component of another one.
Oh, I forgot to mention, you're welcome to look this stuff up out of game.
Yeah, I looked it up,
especially Lorien,
I
who dabbles.
put down all the lines.
I wouldn't know a lot of them.
And I already wrote down PEROTS, which are the letters that are left when you draw lines between each spell.
So if you were to look at those, letters vertically, in what order would they appear vertically?
Vertically, EOPTRS, I guess, or PRESTO. Presto. God damn it.
Oh my
See, I was
goodness!
thinking
Did Lorien say that out loud? Goodness gracious!
Yeah, you know, you say presto.
Steve Parker.
For fuck's sake, it's presto.
I mean, I didn't make the puzzle. I just took it. So as you say
I
that,
think tropes is appropriate too.
as you say that, it comes out of the ethereal into the material plane, stumbling across the floor. 5 scrolls and a pile of spell supplies. And there's also several bookshelves here that have been unexplored.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Someone's breathing into the microphone. I think it's triggered.
Sorry, it's probably me. I'm concentrating
You're
on
fine.
the skill
You're
panel.
fine. I mean, I breathe heavy when you guys do puzzles too, man. It's pretty exciting.
So, Steve, by the way, I'm just fiddling with these at the moment. Are you
Read
saying
the messages, Steve.
Yeah. So this bookshelf here has a potion of healing, and it also has 2 notes here. The first one is this one. There's a test 736. All the water bearers are asking to return home, but Golazar refused. He implemented a series of locks on the doors to prevent their escape. The apprentices have also become restless. They seek acclaim, but sense our project is failing. They see how much of our energy has been lost to the rift. Golazar gave them an arbitrary task to keep them busy. They see building a series of statues and traps to honor their dedication and to protect our valued arcane tools. Enough notation for this evening. Rest is more important than ever. And then there is a one other note here. I'm just going to give that to you quickly. Test 2339. The water bearers have starved to death. The apprentices have committed suicide. The warlocks and Golazar have died. Golazar has risen and continues his work. The writing becomes scratchy and elongated. We warlocks are now indebted to our patron for our negligence to he and our obsession to the rift. Now he moves us like puppets. His intellect is beyond words, yet he writes in our tongue. It is he we serve now, that which lurks. We must break free of this paladin's tomb, of which Golazar has cursed and confined us to. We seek Gonadar's guidance to escape. Yeah.
Well, I'll take the potion to begin with.
Okay, you have a potion of healing. And Ev
Star Wars?
also finds a scroll of Speak with Dead. Are you there, Ev? I hear
Yes.
Speak with Dead. You find a Speak with Dead scroll over here, and you also find a handwritten scroll that says this. Test 145. It appears that the portal Golazar discovered is not exactly a portal. The term portal implies a doorway of sorts into another time, place, plane, or any combination of the three. This is instead a form of rift bleeding negative energy into the earth and air. It is seeping farther into the countryside and shows no sign of stopping. This kind of rift is one way and might be too unstable to control. This may threaten our end goal. We might not achieve the doorways we want to achieve unless we continue our research. So as I said, you got the Speak with Dead scroll there, and when you said presto, it also opened these doors here, which I'm now revealing to you. Okay, so Rohal is off to bed, I believe, and we have Jinyo and Joseph to address now. What is Jinyo up to? Are you tinkering?
I've been trying to fiddle with them, but can I have a look at this puzzle and see if I can use my intelligence to work out how to do it?
Sure.
So is that, or can I assist Rohal in doing that, because he's, I think, more intelligent than me?
Rohal's fiddling with the daggers that he achieved, so now it's just you.
Okay, so I'll use my intelligence and I'll roll. So no, I can't.
It is a 4. All I can tell you is that you believe that this is done very much like a modern Sudoku puzzle. The only difference is you know that 3 of the skulls must rest on the celestial beds, also the celestial symbols there. It's if you've ever done a Sudoku puzzle in real life, it's essentially that with skulls.
No, I've never. That doesn't help in any way, shape, or form.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know that each column must have the number. Each column in a row must have the number of skulls that are listed on the letters there.